everyone, today I want to talk about something fun, and it is my list of the top 10 shows that I would want to watch in the 2026 season of Broadway. Like every year on Broadway, we have some shows that we're more excited about and shows that we are less. And today I want to share with you my list of the shows that I'm really excited to see coming back to Broadway or making their debut on Broadway. I have not seen any of these shows, so all of my excitement and my enthusiasm for these shows is based on my experience on Broadway, the shows and the type of shows that I like, and the videos and everything that they've released already to the internet. Because I do not live in the States, I get it all from, YouTube, Broadway.com, and all of the other places. So this is what I feel like I would see and how I would prioritize my next trip. Without further ado, let's start. In my 10th place, this is a show that I was very surprised when I saw it, and this is the show that I've actually seen live, but not on Broadway. And this show is the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. Oh my God, this is a mouthful. I saw this in Washington, D.C. when it was in the Kennedy Center. I went to see it mainly because of the cast. I have not heard or even learned anything about this show beforehand. I was absolutely mesmerized. If you don't know the show, it is an actual spelling bee contest that is brought to you live on the stage. They have around 6 to 7 actors who are playing students who are actually participating. And then they also have a few participants from the audience who are also in the spelling bee contest, which is pretty fun. They are spun around and danced with throughout the night, which is so exciting and brings a lot of energy to the show. This show opened in November 25, and it opened on Off-Broadway. So technically, it's not a Broadway show, but I still put it in it because I think this is one to see. This is something that you should go and catch. They are only playing until April 12th, so I would really recommend catching it because the cast that they brought is like half the cast that I saw in Washington, D.C., and they were fantastic actors and actresses. And it's a lot of really, really good talent, and all the people that switched to the Off-Broadway transfer are also really good. So it's a packed cast that if you don't need the story or the songs as a reason to go see it for the cast. Another special thing that they did is that part of the 3 people that they choose from the audience every week, they actually sometimes bring celebrities. They brought Daniel Radcliffe, they brought a lot of interesting people to be that extra person, and it is so funny to see them interact with the actors because they are on stage for most of the show. Some of them, it really depends. It's really fun to see that. And I wish I could go and just try and be one of those people who can go on stage. I tried when I was in DC, but I was sitting on the opposite side. It was so sad. It has some really fun songs that were written by William Finn. My most memorable song and the one that really caught my eye and my ear was the Dancing Feet song, especially when Kevin McHale did his dancing routine. He is such a fantastic dancer, and I've always been so sad that they didn't show it on Glee because he was one of the best dancers there, and he was in a wheelchair. If you don't know that Glee reference, then go see it. And he is making his Off-Broadway debut. This is actually his first play that he's been in, and he is so good in it. I'm not sure if it's the same direction that they had, but I hope so. Even if not, it's Kevin McHale. He can do fantastic things. Go see it for Kevin McHale. And all the other actors and actresses, they're also good. Yeah, you have until April 12th. Do it. My next on the list is a very, very fun show that I'm sure all of us know about, and it's the Rocky Horror Show. I have never seen this show live. I've only seen the movie and the Glee episode, but I think it's really exciting. The last time there was a Rocky Horror Show on Broadway was in 2000. Damn, it's been a while. And now they're bringing it back. It comes in March 26, 2026. They haven't announced most of the cast, but they only announced Luke Evans, who is fantastic. I am really excited to see him live if I'll get a chance to check it out. He's a person to see at least once perform, so that will be interesting. If you don't know what Rocky Horror is about, it tells the story of 2 kind of nerdy college kids, Brad and Janet, who are stuck in a storm, and then they enter the mansion of Dr. Frankenfurter. The show is a bit quirky. All of the things that happen are so bizarre, but it has one of the best soundtracks ever. Like, I love the songs. I can hear them and dance to them all day. Then stomp to the left. Put your hands on your hips. I think it's just a fun one. This is one of those shows that is just so out there that you just have to love it. I think I'm really excited to see what they do with this. It was written by Richard O'Brien, and the director is Sam Pinkleton. He was mainly a choreographer in his early days. He did Natasha Pierre and The Great Comet. And he also directed Oh Mary, which is another crazy one. So I feel like it fits in this style. Let's see what he does with it. My next show is Cats, the Jellicle Ball. Not the regular Cats, but the modern take that they've done with it. I've seen glimpses and it feels so unique and interesting. But I have never seen anything related to cats. Why? We all know why. Anyways, Cats tells the story of a ball where there are tons of cats, and one of them will get to go to the afterlife or something, and then they all need to state their case on why they deserve to get that afterlife. Yeah. It's based on a book of stories on cats that Andrew Lloyd Webber saw and then decided to write music to it. You know, the whole story of its coming up is bizarre. But I want to see this production because, first of all, it got rave reviews. It has been the topic on Off-Broadway, and everybody are just so excited for it to come to Broadway. So it is opening on March 18. I love that everything opens on March. My birthday is on March, and I love that this is the month that everything comes up. Yes, go Aries. I am sure this is going to be the talk of Broadway this season. The reason I want to see it so much is because I feel like they've added another element to the whole story of, you know, gaga dances and just like having it be more bizarre and not just actually cats, but having them be in these ravishing outfits and just like different styles and colors and trying to make it more human than just cats and just making it a bit more bizarre as it is. Because this is a bizarre show. It's literally cats on stage. It's just taking it to the next level, and I love it. I'm really excited to see it, and I think this is going to be one of the best things on Broadway this season, and hopefully it will survive long. I don't know. This is the one to watch. The only reason that I feel it won't survive long is because the material sometimes is not relatable to all people. As I said, I have never seen it, so I can't say how I feel about it, but I can say that I've heard so many things about it, and a lot of people either really love it or really hate it. I've heard more hate than love in my circles, but I want to be proved wrong. I want to see this survive for another 20, 30 years. I don't think it's gonna happen, but maybe. I'm just happy for it to have a Broadway debut and having this weird, quirky style of it come to life. My next one is Schmigadoon. I have a tendency to love and go watch shows only because of one actor. I do that a lot, and this is one of those shows that I would have done it. If you don't know about the show, so there's a TV show about a couple who wanders off in the woods and then they enter this weird town that they sing all the time. And then they're stuck in a town that is singing. Basically, two regular people enter to a musical town. It's really entertaining in the TV series. I have not survived the whole show, but I have seen a few episodes. It is pretty entertaining, and they have some really great actors in the TV series. They have brought this to stage. It had a run outside of Broadway, and now it's coming to Broadway. It is opening on April 4th. It's in one of my favorite theaters, the Netherlander Theater, just because Newsies was there, and it's my lovable theater. The reason that I would have gone to see it is because of Alex Brightman. I love Alex Brightman. He is one of the best actors on Broadway. He brings such a vibrant performance. He was Beetlejuice. He was the guy from School of Rock. He was in The Shark is Broken. He is so many things, and he is just fantastic. I got the chance to see him in Beetlejuice mainly, and I loved his performance. I think he should play forever and forever until he wins, finally, a Tony. I do not think he's going to win a Tony from this show. All of the songs that I've seen, they've seemed really fun and energetic, and just like the whole story is just fun. So it's supposed to be really good, but I haven't seen his dances or songs. I don't know how many of them does he sing. I am sure he does sing some of them, but his character is like very cynical of the whole situation, so it makes sense that he won't sing. Let's check it. So I've checked. He does not have a lot of songs, unfortunately, but still I feel like just for his acting skills, I'll come see him because he's so good. The musical was written by Cinco Paul, who's mainly written animation movies. And yeah, it is supposed to close on September 6th, so there are like 5 months to check it out. And I would have checked it out if I were you. Go check it out. Let's see, what's next? The next on my list is a fun move, which is called Titanique. And it's another one that I have seen before. I have seen the Titanique off-Broadway, and it has been announced that it is moving to Broadway. Do I think this is a Broadway show? No. Do I want to be surprised? Yes. The show that I have seen was so small and so intimate, and I felt like it was fitting. It had that intimate vibe. I do understand why they would want to move it, especially now when the Tony season is not as exciting. There are a lot of free theaters. Titanique has been selling out on Off-Broadway for years, and they closed Off-Broadway not long ago. They're opening on Broadway in March 26th. Again, there's a few shows that are opening in March 26th, 2026. Don't listen to me. This show takes you to the Museum of the Titanic, but your guide is none other than Celine Dion. She tells the story of the Titanic and the two lovers and the other people there. And it's just like this whole extravaganza with all of Celine Dion's songs. So it's very, very fun. It's a lot of excitement and a lot of jokes. I loved the off-Broadway production. I laughed the whole time, and I thought that the actors were amazing. Everything was really, really great. I am excited to see what they do when they move to Broadway. I feel like if they want to make it good enough for Broadway, they should bring more ensemble and more people and have big, at least a few dance numbers, because they did have 3 ensemble, original off-Broadway one. So I think they should make it bigger if they are moving to a bigger theater, and they are. The St. James is a big one. There are a lot of great songs. All the songs are Celine Dion songs. So if you love her songs, then you'll enjoy the show. They're performing them marvelously. They are just joking around all the time. They have this part where the main actress who's playing Celine Dion always improvises, and then you see the 2 actors needing to stay in character. It's a lot of videos on YouTube. You should go check it out. I'm excited to see how this moves, and I think this will be a good one on Broadway, but I'm not sure how long it will survive. It depends how they will do the move. So let's see. We are in my top 5, I think. Yes, my top 5. Okay, so my number 5 is this small, fun, cute show called Ragtime. Ragtime is a classic. This show has been revived. Oh my god. This is the only second revival of Ragtime on Broadway. It's interesting, but it did have so many productions throughout the years. This is just crazy. It tells the story of 3 groups in the early 20th century. One of them is the African Americans, one of them is the white upper class, and the other one is the Jewish immigrants from Latvia. I have never seen anything on this show. I think the style of the show is very old school for me, and I would go see it because I feel like, first of all, this is the first revival after 25 years. It's been a long time since the last revival. And the second reason is that they have the most amazing cast in it. They have Joshua Henry and Colleen Donnell and Brandon Uranovitz and Casey Levy. Julie Benko is now joining them. Ben Levi Ross. I mean, it's just so many good people in one place. I love those stories that you have all these different pieces of history combined together and just like showing the heritage of all of those different groups. This takes place in one of the most interesting Broadway theaters I think there is. So it's in the Vivian Beaumont Theater. The last show that I've seen there was Floyd Collins, and it's huge. The stage is huge. The audience is huge. It's just so big. I feel like it can be so beautiful to have that cast and that story in that stage. It feels like it's unlimited with what you can do on the stage. I just love that stage. It's just so unique. I've heard so many good things about this show, and I think people really resonate with it even after all these years and just having those heartwarming stories coming to life again. When I go see it, I don't want to know anything about it. I don't want to hear the songs. I don't want to dive more into the story. I just want to experience it because I feel this is one of those shows that you should know it has the 3 groups. Go see it. That's it. You don't need to know anything else and just like experience it for the first time. I don't know how many shows have you all seen in your life or listened to or anything. I have seen more than 100 shows. And one of my favorite things, especially with those old school shows that are having revivals, is to come knowing nothing and experiencing it like it's brand new. Because for me, that brings me the whole excitement and just like seeing it with fresh eyes and also understanding if this is a show that is relevant these days and if the adaptation that they did, if they did an adaptation for, 2020s, if it was enough. So that's how I deal with it, and I don't want to know a lot about the show. It opened in September 26th and it's actually closing on June 14th. I really hope I will get a chance to see it before it closes. My 4th place. I have not known about this show at all until I've done a little bit of research a while back. And this is Lost Boys. This show is about Santa Carla, a town where a mother and the 2 boys move in, and then things start to get weird, and then they discover they're like a vampire town or something. All the songs are songs of the Rescues. I have never heard any of their songs. I have not been following it, so I don't know the songs, but they have already released a few songs of the production, and I fell in love with those songs. They mesmerized me so much, and I feel like this is a show that I would really love to see. It opens on March 27th. It does not have an ending date, which is good, so it's open-ended. Let's hope it lasts for a while. Let's hope it does good on the Tonys. And it has some pretty amazing cast. But the main thing that has happened is that Casey Levi was supposed to be on the show, but she backed out. I think maybe because of Ragtime or some other reason. I don't know the reason. But Shoshana Bean is entering instead of her. So, we got good replaced with good. It's just like they're both amazing. Maybe we will see Casey come back to the show. Hopefully. I am really excited about it. I feel like it's going to be one of those quirky themes, but has a really great story in it and some really good songs that have this Broadway feel to it. It's more rocky vibe. It's like rocky, like rock music vibe. And I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be special in the view of Broadway with, we have Ragtime and Two Strangers, and we have like a lot of those classic Broadway show tunes, and then we will have this and Rocky Horror Show. It's going to be very interesting, the combination of all of these shows. The next show, it has been announced not long ago that it is coming to Broadway, and I'm very excited. It's called Beaches. I have not seen anything related to the musical, but I have seen the movie, and I love it. So Beaches tells us the story of two young girls who meet on a vacation when they're young, and they continue being pen pals and continue their friendship for years after. It follows them when they pursue their passion and pursue love. We have a love triangle, and it's such a show that revolves around two strong women and their relationship. So I really love it. I think we sometimes miss some musicals that are written by women and have the two main characters are women and their connection. You can say that Beth Becomes Her is like a version of it, but it's very, very different from that. This show is opening on March 27th, another one in the March 20s, and it is starring Jessica Bosk and Kelly Barrett. They're both amazing, and I'm very excited to see this. I love Jessica Bosk. I've seen her a few times. I think this story is such a good story to make an adaptation and moving it to Broadway because it has all these fun elements to it, but also heartbreak. And I think this is one of these shows that I hope will survive a bit longer because the story is so good and so fun. But I have not seen anything related to what they did to the production, and I'm very excited to see. I don't think they've released any much. I just watched the trailer, and I think this is so fun. I love it. Yeah, this is definitely my top 3, definitely. In number 2, let's talk about this one. Okay, my number 2 is Chess, the musical. I think one of the reasons that it's so high on my list is because of all the hype it's been getting. I don't know if it's a good hype. I don't know if it's really that good, the show. But this is not about if the show is good or not. This is about how excited I am and what I want to see. The new revival that they've done, I heard that they made some changes to the book and to the whole show. So maybe they have made it shorter and just like more to the point. I did see a version of it that was, I think in Washington, like a kind of a concert with Idina Menzel, and I got kind of bored from the story and it just like didn't excite me. That's because I don't like musicals that are only singing. I prefer the ones that have talking in the middle of it. And I think that this is a show that you need to see live, and seeing it on video just doesn't capture the same thing. So what Chess is about, it talks about the rivalry between Russian and Americans on the final chess match to see who's the chess champion. There's a love triangle there, and it's just this whole politics with musical. The people from ABBA have wrote it, and it is very interesting. It has some great songs in it. I love some of the songs, and I've been hearing them for a while, and I think what they did with this production is just like bringing it to life in the most modern and fun way. So if you don't know, this production has been alive since October 15th, and it has an open end date. And we have 3 really, really good, strong actors there: Aaron Tveit, Leah Michele, and Nicholas Christopher. There's also Bryce Pinkham, which I adore. I love him. And I know that he is doing the Arbiter, and he is very, very fit for me for that role. And the 3 of them are the main faces for the show, and for a reason. They are absolutely fantastic in what they do. I think this show has brought so much good press to it that you just have to see it. I don't know if it's going to win the revival in the Tonys or Ragtime is going to win it. I think it's going to be a really tough competition, but I think Chess is going to take it because of all the hype and everything that it has been getting in a while, guys. I feel like this is a show to see, and it's in the Imperial Theater, and I love that theater. It's also a good theater. My top 1 is a surprise for me. But my top 1 show that I really want to see on Broadway right now is Two Strangers Carry a Cake Across New York. If you would have asked me what is my top 1 a month ago, this will probably not have even been on the list. But I did my digging, and I did some listening to the songs, to the trailer, to the story, the vibe, and I fell in love with this show. This is such a cute one. It's only 2 actors, and it tells the story of Dougal, who comes to New York to his father that he has never met, to his wedding. It's his first time in New York, and his experience with the bride's sister, something like that. It's a weird story, but it's not quirky or something. It can be a story. We have stories like that. I feel like the connection between those two characters is something to explore. I have not read anything. I don't want to read anything. I want to be surprised on the show. But from hearing some of the songs and hearing the dynamic of the actors and seeing the trailer and like all of that, even the swag, I love the swag that they have. I usually don't like swag of shows that I'm not obsessed with, but I want their swag. I think this is a tiny show that the creativity of how to make it interesting is absolutely mind-blowing. I've just seen a few glimpses from the trailer and I was like, oh, I like that. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I love what they did with it. I'm really excited to see the whole picture of it and not just from the trailer or the glimpses that I got. I also love that they brought Sam Tuddy, I'm not sure how you say his name, from London. He was the first Evan Hansen on London in the West End, and now I love that he's making his Broadway debut. And he is a talent to look out for. He is played next to Christiane Pitts. The energy of two people can be very hard on a Broadway show, especially in a big theater. They're performing in the Longacre Theater. It's not that big, but it's still big enough. I hope it's going to continue on Broadway for long. They opened in November 1st, and they do not have an ending. So I think it's going to depend on the Tonys. I don't know how it's going to go. There's a lot of good contestants this year, but I do hope that they get something, some love, and survive enough so A, I can go and catch and see them, and B, they will spread the amazing music I am obsessed with. It's one of the first songs, What'll I Be? It's just such a beautiful song. It's such a beautiful tune, and I want to see the show so bad. That was my list of the 10 shows that I'm really excited about in the 2026 season. I do hope I get to see all of them. But if I don't, that's okay. That's what happens. Shows come and go, and maybe I'll get a chance in the future in some other capacity. What is your top show that you would like to see on Broadway this season? I'm so excited and so interested to hear what are your thoughts and what is the show that has been the most exciting for you, even to just explore in the internet. Please share. I'd love to hear it. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, please like and subscribe so I can continue making more of it. Bye.